Okay, what's up, guys? This is gonna be my second, I guess, my story video, and it has been quite some time since I did the last one. But yeah, I improved my webcam, I think, so it should be better now. Um, so I want to start off with me getting into Dota, and actually I started playing on Dota League a lot, like really a lot. Pretty much play, I think, 6-7 hours on Dota League, which was this website where you could just automatically search for a game, and then you got into a game with like 10 others. Um, and from there on, like I started getting a lot of games, and then I heard about this thing called in-house clan scrim, or IHCS, which was kind of it is a league that has never been recreated in a way. Maybe in the new what's the FPL, the Pro League that's now kind of popular. But anyways, that was really where all the good players they were playing, and they were holding tryouts. So I managed to get into one of the tryout games. I managed to do well enough to be accepted in the as a trial into the league. And when I was inside the league, um, and that league had all the competitive players at that time, like Malini, Melk, Mania, Fear, and all those kind of guys, and also a lot of the really good Russians, like I think Asart, Smile, Vigos, and also the Swedes like Loda. But I managed to do pretty well there, and I think at some point, maybe max in a week, I was actually number one there. So I managed to be number one for a very short period. But usually I did pretty well, but usually I would be like, yeah, not at the bottom, but not at the complete top. But anyways, that was where I learned like a lot of professional players, and I kind of at least made it known that I knew how to play the game, and I was a decent player. So when the MIM organization, they did a MIM Nations Cup where you had to like get, I think, at least 4 from one country to participate. And then the Danish guys from MIM, Malk and Mania, they needed a Danish guy, and they knew me from the league, so they asked me to try out in the league or to play with them there. And I'm not sure if we won the MIM Nations. I think we did very well and worked quite well playing together with those guys. I think that was in like 2006, 2007, and that was where after that they invited me to play in MIM. So I went from being on no team to joining probably the best team in Dota in the world at that time, which was really cool. And I think we got like from some of the big games we got like 10,000 views or something like that. So that was really cool. The funny thing with MIM at that time is that I'm not. I think what happened, they needed an extra player because like the scene was very unstable at that time, and you couldn't really like pay for the whole thing to play. So the guys who were playing in the team, they had a lot of other obligations, so sometimes they weren't able to like join the team to play and stuff like that. So we actually when I joined, I think it was because I'm not sure if it was Melini and Fear were kind of inactive at that point. I'm not sure what exactly it was, but they needed one more player, so I joined there. And what actually ended up happening is that we had 7 more or less active players on the team. We had me, Mania, Malk, Malini, Fear, and then Honey and Levent. So we had like 3 Danes, 2 Germans, and 2 Americans. And then we also had an 8th guy who played a lot with us. That was Pusher Street. He was also Danish. He was kind of like part of the team in a way, but also not really part. He was kind of stand-in. but he was quite active as well. So we were kind of like this 7-8 people on one team, which if you today it's just completely ridiculous. Like you would never, like you get a team with 5 players, and those 5 players they just play together. You don't get a team with like 7-8 players. But we had that at that time, and that also meant that at each official match we kind of had to say, well, who's gonna play this match, because we didn't really know. So it actually it worked out pretty decently. I think I was on MIM like for 1 year, I think, 1 year, 1.5 year, and we got it to manage to work. One thing that was kind of annoying is that I went to two major lands. I went to DreamHack twice. The first time I went to DreamHack, we actually managed to win it, but I will talk about that later. But there was also this another tournament in America, and it was way easier for them to just kind of send the event, and I mean Malini and Fear, because they already live in America. So that was one of the events where I was part of the team and I really wanted to go, but I couldn't go because we already had like 5 players who went, and it was kind of expensive to send people. So that was kind of weird that my team kind of went to an event and you had to kind of stay home. And for DreamHack, I think we actually went like 6 people, maybe 7 for DreamHack. I think everyone actually went for one of the DreamHack tournaments. So in every game in the official tournaments, we had to like, oh, who's gonna play this game? And then we had to hope that people would be like, well, okay, fine, you play this game. So that was kind of sometimes kind of ridiculous, but we managed pretty well, and it was some really nice guys I played with. So remember, I shared a hotel room. I think it was with Mania and Fear. There was one thing that kind of surprised me. Fear, yeah, I had like this green like liquid you use in, I guess, in America, where you kind of wash your mouth with it. I was like, looked like the most toxic thing ever that he like washed his mouth with. But it was like the guys I played with. Of course, sometimes we had some like, drama and stuff like that, but it was really some great guys playing with. So one really cool thing with the first DreamHack is that I'm not I think we were like 6 people at the first DreamHack, maybe 7. But anyways, I got to play in the finals, and when we won that finals, I remember that Melky went over to me and was like, gave me his hand, and he's like, "Welcome to MIM, like your official member of MIM." So that was really cool. And then we got on the stage, and then we got like the trophies, and the funny thing is that I think we played against SK in the finals, or else we knocked them out earlier. And Loda was on that team. Drake was there as well. I'm also forgetting a lot of people who are there as well. But the funny thing is that they didn't have enough trophies for the Loda's team, so it ended up being that they didn't have a trophy for Loda. That was kind of weird, awkward, selling down the stage. But I started having some problems with my arms, like playing so excessively, and I think my posture was probably pretty bad when I played. But I started like develop a lot of problems. So at the second DreamHack, I remember that like we had these really awful like plastic chairs. It's like so cheap, and like the way you sat, the monitor was like way too high. So people wanted to stack the chairs together so they could get up high so they could sit properly. But the DreamHack guys, they didn't allow that. So I just remember that I already had pain before, and then at that tournament I just started having so much pain that I actually just didn't want to play the game. So I was kind of fine just saying, okay, well, someone else can play, because we were like 6, 7 people. And then after, I think we got like 3rd placement, maybe 4th placement. We got a pretty bad placement on that DreamHack. And then afterwards, I kind of just I played a bit, but I didn't really want to play too much because I just had so much pain playing. So I kind of just started to like drift away from the team. And yeah, not really like I never I really never quit like officially, and I didn't get kicked, but I was just kind of, I stopped really playing much, and I stopped being online much, and kind of stayed, yeah, kind of kept to myself, and just slowly drifted away. And then, yeah, at some point, it just kind of quit Dota, and I took like 1 year break. So yeah, that's pretty much my competitive story in a nutshell, I guess. If you have any questions pertaining to the period or something like that, you can ask in the comments. I'll try to look at it. So this concludes the second part. I think I'll do one more where I will talk about my time after Dota and what I did and how I kind of came back into Dota and how I decided to like start making videos again and stuff like that. Oh, I also made Perceptive Play in that period. If you haven't seen that, it's like when I was playing for Mum, I started making these Perceptive Play videos, and it was like the best scenes of me playing Dota, like some cool stuff. And I think the fourth one I made got like 500,000 views in like half a year, something like that. It was just crazy how much interest there were for it. But my Google, yeah, my Gmail ended up being hacked, and then my YouTube account was connected to that got lost as well. And I think the hacker ended up like deleting that YouTube channel and just deleting the whole stuff. That was just, it was fucked up. Some British hacker. Thank you for that, British hacker. Anyways, I'll be streaming, starting to stream soon. After this upload on Twitch, so you can watch me there. Hopefully, I'm like 50 points away from 6K, so back to 6K. I'm pretty close at 6K. I was like 6.2K some weeks ago, but then I don't know, maybe I played too much, maybe I didn't play enough. But let's get back to 6K. Anyway, see you guys.